Hey, what's up everyone? Pastor Dan here, and today I'm hanging out at the zoo. Why, you might ask? Well, that's a good question. I'll get to that in just a little bit. As you guys know, we've been in a series called Help. We've been talking about how we have a helper, and his name is the Holy Spirit. In fact, that's why we've been looking at this verse in the Bible. It's found in John chapter 14, verses 16 and 17. And it says this, it's Jesus talking. He says, I will ask the Father, and he will give you another helper. He's talking about the Holy Spirit, how when we're born again into God's family, we get the Holy Spirit on the inside of us, and he's there to help us. That's why today we're saying this. The Holy Spirit is waiting to help. Be bold. In fact, everyone say that after me. Be bold. Come on, say it again, even louder. Say, be bold. Nice job. So in order to figure out what that word bold really means, let's talk about the opposite of being bold. The opposite of being bold, when I think about that, I think about being afraid or being scared and running away from things that scare me. Now, when I think about that, I think about a chicken, right? If you've ever been around chickens or if you've seen chickens at all, you know that whenever they're afraid, they take off running in the opposite direction. That's what chickens do. So today we're learning how to not be like a chicken, but how to be bold. So which animal is known for being bold? It's a lion, right? And that's why today I am hanging out at the zoo, and behind me are two massive lions, because today we're learning how to be bold as a lion. We know that lions are bold. They're not afraid of anything or anyone. Which animal is the Holy Spirit like? Well, we know that the Holy Spirit is just like Jesus, and Jesus was bold. Everywhere that he went, he wasn't afraid of anything or anyone. He stood up for what he believed in. So if Jesus is bold, that means that the Holy Spirit is bold as well. And whenever we're born again, we get the Holy Spirit on the inside of us. And he's there not to make us afraid like a chicken. He's there to make us bold as a lion. You know, earlier we heard the story of Peter and how the Holy Spirit helped Peter go from being afraid like a chicken to being as bold as a lion. You know, that's exactly what the Holy Spirit wants to do for you. He wants to make you bold and confident everywhere that you go. But when do you really need boldness? How about this? Maybe for you, you might need some boldness when it comes to meeting new people. Maybe you don't have a lot of friends, but you want a lot of friends. You might need some boldness there. Or how about this? For you, maybe you have a group of friends at school and they always make fun of that one person in your grade. They're always calling that person names. And for you, you know it's not the right thing to do. You might need some boldness to speak up in that situation. Or maybe others of you, you're kind of like Peter. You might need some boldness to tell other people about Jesus. You just don't know where to begin. Those are a few examples of when you might need boldness. But here's how the Holy Spirit's going to work. The Holy Spirit isn't going to do everything for you. He's waiting to help, but you have to do your part first. So the question is, what is your part? Well, if you need help meeting new people and meeting new friends, your part might be stepping out of your way to say hi to somebody, to introduce yourself to somebody that you don't know yet. And when you do that, when you make that first step, the Holy Spirit will be right there with you to give you boldness through the whole conversation. Or maybe for you, you got that group of friends and they're always making fun of that one person in your grade. For you, your step might be speaking up and saying, hey, this isn't right. When you choose to speak up, the Holy Spirit will speak up with you. He'll be right there with you to give you boldness as you do. Or maybe this last one, maybe you're kind of like Peter. And maybe you know some people that are far from God. They don't go to church. They don't know Jesus like you do. But you want to invite them. What's your step? Maybe it's simply that. Going out of your way to invite that person to church with you. When you go to invite that person to church, the Holy Spirit will be right there with you to give you boldness as you do. Remember, the Holy Spirit is our helper, just like our verse says in John 14, 16 through 17. He's there to help you anywhere that you go. But you got to take the first step. When you make the first step, the Holy Spirit is going to be right there with you to give you boldness just like a lion.